Every time robots make the news, everyone asks the same question. How many jobs are they going to take? But what if that question is only showing us half the picture? What if robotics ends up creating one of the biggest new job markets we'll see in the next decade? I know, it sounds backwards. Robots are supposed to replace work, not create more of it. But the more I dug into where this technology is headed, the more it reminded me of things we've already lived through. The technologies that changed everything didn't only wipe out jobs, they built entire industries nobody saw coming. And I think robotics could be following this same pattern. Welcome to Midnight Deep Tech, where we break down the future after the headlines. No hype, just what's real and what it means for regular people. And if you like conversations that go beyond robots are taking our jobs and look at the bigger picture, consider subscribing and turning on the bell. That's exactly the kind of thing we get into here. Alright, think about cars for a second. When cars started replacing horse-drawn transportation, it was easy to focus on what was disappearing. The horses, the carriages, the people who maintained that whole system. That part was obvious. What wasn't obvious was everything that showed up after. Suddenly, you needed mechanics, gas stations, better roads, insurance, driving schools, whole manufacturing networks just to keep the entire system running. None of that was visible at the start. It only became clear once cars were just normal. Then the internet did something similar. At first, it looked like a faster way to move information around. Useful? Sure. World-changing? A lot of people weren't convinced. Almost nobody was sitting around in the early 90s predicting YouTubers, cloud engineers, cybersecurity analysts, or app developers. Most of those jobs didn't exist yet, at least not in the form we know them today. They only showed up once the internet became part of everyday life. Which makes me wonder, are we looking at robots the same way people once looked at cars and later the internet? Here's where I think we're looking at this wrong. We keep staring at the robot itself instead of the system growing around it. Think about the robots already being built and deployed, assembling cars, sorting packages, assisting in surgery, walking around on two legs like something out of a movie. Every one of them is supported by a whole network of people we rarely think about. They don't just appear. Someone had to imagine it, design the hardware, write the software, and build the thing. And once it leaves the factory, a whole new set of jobs begins. Installation, maintenance, repairs, software updates, safety testing. In many workplaces, people also need training before they can work alongside it. The robot's just the part we notice first. It sits in the middle of a much bigger system. Here's another angle that doesn't get talked about nearly enough. We talk about robotics like it's one thing. It's really not. A robot assisting in surgery operates in a completely different world from one sorting boxes in a warehouse. A farming robot is solving a different problem from one mopping a hotel lobby. Construction robots, elder care robots, factory robots, home robots. Each one has its own environment, risks, and demands. The more I sat with that, the less this looked like one industry, and the more it looked like dozens of industries growing at the same time. Each one needing its own engineers, technicians, software people, maintenance specialists, and safety experts, and probably a few job titles that don't even exist yet. Now, I want to be straight about something. None of this means every job out there is safe. Some jobs are going to change. Some are going to disappear. That's happened with every major shift in technology. And it'd be dishonest to pretend otherwise. And whether robotics creates more jobs than it replaces is still an open question. New jobs don't always appear in the same places at the same time, or for the same people who lost the old ones. That transition could get messy. But if we only count the jobs directly replaced, we still end up with an incomplete picture. Because history gives us a pattern to pay attention to. New opportunities often become clearer only after the technology spreads beyond the early experiments. Here's what I keep coming back to. Robotics isn't parked in one corner of the economy. It's already crawling into manufacturing, healthcare, agriculture, construction, logistics, hospitality, elder care, and probably our homes before too long. If that keeps going, the demand for people who can build, run, fix, and improve these systems could grow with it. Not all at once, one industry at a time, one company at a time, one useful application at a time, until one day we look around and realize a whole job market has been forming around us, while everyone was still arguing about whether robots were taking jobs away. So instead of asking only which jobs robots might replace, there's another question worth adding. What jobs don't exist yet, simply because the robots haven't fully shown up? If history is any guide, some of the most important opportunities won't become visible until robotics starts settling into everyday life. They'll be built gradually, one company, one industry, one useful application at a time. And that might be where we are right now. Major technologies rarely arrive alone. They create new systems around them, new services, new industries, and jobs nobody had a reason to imagine before. And maybe that's the real story of robotics. Not only the machines themselves, but everything we may end up building because they're here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you stick around, and I'll see you in the next one.